Recording.
Amanda. Anybody there?
Okay, let's vote ourselves a raise if ain't nobody else on here.
Hey, what's going on, Al?
I think we'll vote ourselves a raise if nobody else on.
I hear you, my man. But hey, it's 6 o'clock. We here.
I'll make a motion.
We do like we do in college. We give the professor 10 minutes.
There you go. And I think I see somebody else popping up there. I believe it's old Herbert Franklin.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Herbert.
Yeah, that's Herbert.
What's going on, Mr. Al Rita, Mr. Walker?
All right, sir. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Hey,
Hey.
we're thinking about giving ourselves a big pay raise. Nobody else online.
We deserve it.
Well, if y'all are getting one, I want one too.
Hi, Amanda.
Hey,
Hi.
Amanda.
You definitely deserve one.
Shoot.
That's right.
Oh, how's everybody been?
Oh, pretty good.
All is well.
Yep. Got
That's what
up
I like
this
to
morning,
hear.
so that's a good thing.
That's what I like to hear. Good news.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't need nothing. Don't need nothing negative.
Nothing
Oh
negative.
God, no.
Don't claim it.
Oh, you brought the wind tunnel. Thank you. Oh, it's hot in this damn building.
We don't
It's
see your
trying to-
picture yet.
We're trying to conserve energy for everybody, and they put the AC on. What is it? Hell. Yeah, it's on hell temperatures. It's hot in here.
I see Al got his little buddy with him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's always with me.
Ooh, this ain't thick.
My alarm just went off 6 o'clock.
Mag is late.
Well, you know, I tell Al, we do like we do in college. We give the professor 10 minutes.
There's somebody on right here. Who is this?
Somebody on the phone, then.
Yeah.
Is that Bo? Has
Not
anybody
sure.
heard from Bo?
No.
Not lately. 1409-106. So 409, last numbers are 106. I don't think that's Bo's number though.
I don't think it is. Oh, they went away.
Yeah. They jumped off.
Uh-oh, somebody's eavesdropping. That's why they got off.
It's the government.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh,
Well, it wasn't Bo.
Yeah. Don't guess Mac forgot.
Oh, you know, Mac ain't forgot. He's probably somewhere rushing to get on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he's got somebody messing with it, trying to get on the phone. There's
Yeah.
Miss Smith. She's dialing in.
I think it's about time we need to start having meetings in person.
Having what, Al?
I think it's about time we need to start having our meetings in person.
I
Oh,
think they're gonna move to that soon. I know building standards had their meeting in person this month. And they didn't have a meeting before, since all of this started. They didn't have a virtual meeting at all.
Hey, Mac, how you doing? That's what we was wondering. Okay, all right. We thought you might be having problems. All right, bye. Yeah, Mac is having problems.
I figured that with that darn phone.
Mac need to start about 30 minutes early. I can't talk about nobody. Well, there's a
What up,
rock.
Rock?
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? Did we get Mac on? I know I was a few minutes late.
I just talked to him. He's trying to get on. He said he's gonna call.
Yeah, I told him that. I told him don't mess around.
Yeah. I see Miss Tamara and Miss Tanya's on. Miss Smith, Miss Griffin.
Yep,
How y'all doing?
we're doing great. I see you representing today.
A pandemic beard.
Clark, no, get down.
Let's see.
I'm Mr. Albert.
That's all right. How you doing?
Doing great.
We just voted ourselves a raise. There was nobody else on, so we voted a raise.
Mr. Larry, you doing okay today?
All is well, Miss Griff. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you.
It's always good being seen.
That's right. Ooh, I hear you. Not 6 under.
Oh, not too bad, huh?
Not at all.
Okay.
Going good. Was Amos Franklin was Matt going? He's trying to get on the phone.
Yeah, he said he was gonna call. He couldn't get on, so he said he was gonna call. And I don't know what's happening now with calling. He might be having problems.
Dialing in.
Yeah, because he should be on now by now. So he's probably having some other problems.
Hi, Marco.
That's you, Mac.
Oh, that was Al.
Oh,
That's me. I just tell Michael hi.
Oh,
Showed up.
Hey, Al,
Yeah, buddy.
you look at your copy on the ordinance.
Yeah, I seen it.
But they trying to take care of me, so when I was reading it, I said, oh, it must be directed at me, so I got my ordinance, so I know what to do.
Well, I got 2 businesses in Lamarck. I'll move them somewhere else. They could kick me out. No, I don't, and it says new members on that deal. It says it's old members anyway, so it may not mean us.
Did y'all get the attachment A? Because I noticed that it wasn't submitted when Benicia and them dropped it off to us.
I don't think I have.
Huh?
I don't think I have it.
Yeah, the ordinance refers to an attachment A and they did not attach it. And I had Benicia send me a copy of it.
No.
Mine was attached.
You got an attachment A, Albert?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Is it?
not everybody got it then.
They get an attachment A.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
Attachment A broke down all the boards, supposed to have broke down all the boards.
Yeah.
and who's
I
on the
didn't get
board.
that.
Yeah, that none of us
My-
did. Got it.
My apologies, my apologies.
It's-
I'll include it next month, or I'll have one of the guys come take it to your houses.
I got it,
Can I do it?
Venetia.
You know, it says new members being appointed. I'm saying nothing about us old members, but I'm sure they mean it.
But us old folk, supposed to serve out our term or something like that.
Supposed to do what, buddy?
We're supposed to serve out our term. Whatever our turn is, you know, how many years you got left on there? That's what I read.
Well,
Hey, Matt.
I'm still in the school district, so I'm,
That don't matter. What issue had nothing to do with it.
I thought they were still deciding on all this.
According to this, it's
deciding
signed
on
off.
what, Tamara?
It's finished in May.
The ordinance change.
I
it
think
says all new members too.
they'll see all new members.
According to this, it says passed and approved on the 17th of May, signed by the mayor.
Yes.
They had a whole lot of, what do you call them? Special meetings that weren't on the regular, you know, that they had to call. It seems to me like every time you turn around, they're having a special meeting like every week. They ought to just go back to their city councils every 2 weeks. They push it back to once a month, but now they're meeting like every week in special
Well, they
meetings,
cut-
business taken care of.
Simple.
Y'all give us just another second. Max trying. Yeah, he just got back out. He says he's gonna try to call it on his cell phone. If you don't make it on this one, we'll just have to start the meeting without him.
was a cell phone was on the house phone. I don't. Maybe they can do it. Because it said he was putting in the meeting ID and it kept spitting it back out saying it's the wrong thing, wrong ID. And then he finally got through, but he don't know how to unmute it now.
Oh, there you girls are.
I'm tired. Unmute. On. It's *6. Shit. Let me call Matt. He's probably trying to log on. I mean, call. On his house phone? So he's probably. Hey Matt, can you hear me? Okay, listen, if you call in over the landline again, the home phone, I think I figured out how to unmute your phone. So if you want to try that one more time. We'll give him till 6:20 to get in. If he can't get in, somebody needs to start the meeting.
All right. Coach Walker,
Yes.
did did you and Casey ever touch base with each other yet? Oh, you must be muted or something. I'm not hearing you.
What's
You
that?
heard me. You heard me, Rob.
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear me?
Now I'm hearing you. I was seeing your lips moving, but then I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. To answer your question, no.
Yeah. You know, I saw on that one council meeting where she brought it up again, and I know for a fact that you had to touch base, you know, get in contact with her, and she's saying in the council meeting that you haven't, and then Robin didn't speak up, and I know Robin was right in the middle of it, trying to make the connection for you, and then she didn't speak
Robin
up.
and I were talking at the same time, and
Yeah. So I was just wondering if it ever happened.
I just, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I understand that.
If he's calling from a different number, that same number, he did log on, but I guess he fell off again, Amanda.
I think so. I told him what to do. He's calling in from a landline.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that. And then it disconnected again.
Yep. I told him if he stays on there and just dial *6, it should unmute it for him. But major malfunctions. Because he was logged on earlier. That phone number we were trying to figure out earlier, that was Matt.
Mhm.
We
Amanda,
just
how
couldn't get it unmuted.
Zoom meeting's gonna continue?
Looks like we'll be meeting in person next month.
Okay, because I thought I seen somewhere where one of the boards had already met in person.
They did. Where? Oh. Mac, you were in there, but then you hung up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get them to go ahead and start the meeting. Okay, babe. All right, bye-bye.
Man.
All right, y'all go ahead and start. Somebody start the meeting.
Okay, it's 6/19, June 17th, 2021. Let's start our meeting. I guess for roll call.
Larry Walker.
Trevor Franklin.
Publish. Thank you.
Tamara Smith is here.
Sonia Griffin's here.
Rock here. We just had a technical issue with Mac, and then we hadn't heard from Bo Hunter yet, so he's probably still out on illness, perhaps.
Okay, we got our approval of absentees.
I move that we approve Mac technical problems and Bo illness.
A second.
Okay. Okay, has anybody want to approve the minutes for last week, last month?
I move that we approve the minutes from last month.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay. All vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Matt, can you hear us?
Hey,
Can you
Matt.
hear me?
We hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Boy, I got through finally. Is the meeting open?
Yeah, we're ready for approval of the monthly finance report. Take over.
I noticed on the
Matt, can you hear us?
Yes,
Yep.
I can hear you finally.
Okay, yeah.
roll call.
And welcome y'all. Y'all down to item number
6A.
Number 6,
on item the
financial report.
okay, the roll
make-
call. Was
We've
that
done
a-
did all that, Mac. We're at number 6 right now.
I
Okay,
was just saying on the roll call, I noticed they had Al down as absent and present.
okay. Got,
No, that was last month. Al did miss it. Did you miss it last month, Al?
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
Oh, okay.
I was on that.
Oh, boy.
What? Where?
you gonna vote?
On the minutes?
We on the finance report, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, 6.
We're okay. We're on a finance report, but there was a mistake caught on the minutes.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I'll fix it.
This is fun and game, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm good.
guys.
I'm getting too old for this.
Me too, Matt.
Y'all need to put it in the plumbing book. Okay. Did you correct the minutes?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so the finance report, did we get a motion from Al?
Yeah, yes. I made a
Do we have-
motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. Item number 7. Any citizens there to speak of? Nope.
Nope.
We go to the item number 8, old business. Discuss possible action regarding status of initial park board projects, stabilizing the shoreline, awnings, and wall homes. Amanda.
Yes, no, no, yes. I'm just joking. Okay, update for that. Stabilizing the shoreline, the cheapest quote out of all the quotes I received just for the materials, not including manpower, was $40,000 for one side. I've got an expert coming out since budget is due by tomorrow. I'm trying to hurry up and get him out here to get an idea of how much we're actually looking at to stabilize the shoreline all around Highland Bayou. Get an idea, and then hopefully we can get it fit in and submit it to council before they start budget. Go ahead.
In the main council budget?
Yes.
Okay.
So far, I've calculated my numbers. These are my numbers just from working some stuff up on the computer. We're looking at around $800,000 to stabilize the shoreline all around Highland Bayou Park. That's including permits, 800,000. That's including a bulkhead all the way around, permits, everything. We're gonna do it right. So we can stabilize the shoreline on the one side ourselves, but if we're talking about a permanent resolution here, we need to get a proper quote. That's what I'm doing, and submit it to council. And the only thing we can do is just keep asking for the money. If they don't give it to us, we take it back next year. If they don't give it to us, we take it back next year.
Okay, but we ought to go ahead with the, if you go to council and try to get the money just to stabilize that one real bad on that side.
Well, that's what's in discussion now, because it's 40,000 just for the materials.
Then the main park plan, to get grants, we can go for the 800,000. Is that
Okay.
anywhere in the parks plan?
I have no idea. Apparently, to my understanding, the Parks Master Plan is council's decision now.
It's whose?
Council.
Huh.
They get to say so as to what goes where.
Well, we need to talk to them, because $800,000, you know you ain't gonna get it from council. So, but, we should go ahead and try to get the money for shoring that one side up anyway, the west side.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm working on now.
Okay.
Amanda, you said it was 40,000 just for the material,
Just for the materials to do that one side.
that one side.
Yes, sir. That's your base, and then that's your bull rock to go on the top of it, all the way around.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm. And then on the
Hey, Amanda,
awnings, on the
Yeah.
awnings,
what kind of
go ahead,
sheathing,
Mac.
what kind of sheathing are they gonna put down for the bulkhead?
There'll probably be fiberglass, isn't it, Amanda?
For the bulkhead,
Yeah, if we
I
went
haven't
with
met
the
with him yet. When the guy comes down here, we've made an appointment. He's canceled on me twice, but he's been extremely tied up because apparently every city's trying to get him to quote on bulkheads and stabilization of shorelines. So I've got an appointment with him next week. I told him I needed it this week, but we're gonna meet next week And then we'll go through and discuss what's best for what we have out there. We discussed a living shoreline, which I know that's not what y'all want. So more likely we're gonna go with a bulkhead shoreline. I just don't know what grade we're at yet. It depends on cost factor, where we can get the most bang for our buck.
Yeah, I think 800,000 would be a pretty good price.
It would be nice.
How
Because
about,
we're looking at 20, a little over 2,500
Oh, I'm doing
feet.
something down.
Linear feet of shoreline.
Amanda, how are we coming with a permit from the Corps of Engineers?
Didn't get done.
It ain't getting done?
It didn't get done. That was $22,000 just to file the permit.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why we voted no on it. And we were looking at just what y'all suggested was bringing in materials and us just dropping material right along the shoreline, the edge of it, to build it back up until we could get somebody to step in and maybe file for a grant, something to pay for the stabilization.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's expensive. That's why I was telling you guys a couple months ago, it's a very expensive project. There's a lot that goes in, that's involved as far as permitting, Army Corps of Engineers, TCEQ, EPA. There's a lot of people involved. I've got a chart. I will put it in next month's meeting just to give you guys an idea of what it takes to stabilize the shoreline.
Okay. That would be the Corps of Engineers you're dealing with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't
They're the
understand.
start. They're the start of it.
I don't understand what they're charging us. You know, I put in over 2 miles of bulkhead down here and they never charged me for a permit.
It's different times. It's the right of way we own some of the right of way, some of it we don't. It's protected waters. Some of it's considered wetlands, some of it's not. Because of that, they're saying we have to have an engineer go out there and figure out what's considered wetlands, what's not. They have to measure, get in the water, do this, do that. It was a whole list of things that's got to be done before they'll approve the permit. It's not like it used to be where we could just go drop and fill in and move on.
Sounds to me like you made them mad.
So Amanda, you'll present this to the city council for the next meeting. So
I don't know. It's not for that. It's for the budget meetings. Whenever they start hosting the budget meetings. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Chase I worked up a packet for Chase. So it'll be part of what we request as our budget as Public Works.
Okay, so we won't get feedback on this probably until when?
It's gonna be a couple months because I don't know when they're gonna start their budget meetings. Like I said, we just started budget. Budget's running late for everybody this year. We just started budget, so I don't know when their meetings are gonna start. When they're gonna get to Public Works.
You might not have a response for us until maybe August.
August, yes.
Most likely.
Any other questions?
Well, I noticed that there's a 4 awning replacement. Oh, that's for Highlands Bayou Park.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And this one, we're waiting for contractors.
We picked all the paint colors today.
Uh-huh.
The color of the awning tops, and when did you say they're starting? Next week?
Yeah.
Next week they're breaking ground
Okay.
on the awning. So, and then on the Wild Hogs, I don't have an answer for you guys yet.
Amanda, I talked to the lieutenant from the game wardens, Texas Parks and Wildlife, last week and got a whole list. He said, literally, he said, because the hogs are so invasive. He said, literally, whoever we choose to use, you can do it verbally. He said, but to cover their behinds, he gave me a list of stuff that he suggested the city or like Pink's office, you know, like put the guy's name down, how long, what hours. And he says, since the city has an ordinance against firearms, he said, all you got to do on that is have approval from the police chief, and they're okay with that. They relaxed a whole lot of rules. He even was telling me the fact that if we just had somebody go out there and shoot the hogs and wasn't planning on harvesting the meat, they don't even have to have a regular state hunting license. But if whoever goes out there wants to keep the hogs, harvest the meat, then they would have to have a regular state hunting license, you know, playing biannually for like deers and fishing and all that. But he said, yeah, if you're just gonna, you can go out there and shoot them, you know, you don't even need a hunting license if you're not gonna, if you're just gonna dispose of the carcasses.
Okay.
But I can put it all together. I just made notes of what he told me. You know, he said what he suggested the city do as far as kind of making a form or agreement, and then, you know, of course, put whatever person's name down, and then, you know, put timelines, because obviously you'd want to do it at night, like do it between this hour and this hour. And, you know, he said for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever we want to do. But he said it's not that big of a deal because the state's been in to try to do whatever they can to eradicate hogs.
Okay. I'll let Tink know and he can make a decision from there.
Well, I want you to know my 2 plumbers killed the first hog out there. They seen him and they ran over him. Then they brought him home and butchered him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had one question about the painted gates at Mahan Park. Did we do that or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's the thing I was gonna bring up, Amanda.
It said it was in progress. That's why I asked Amanda. Okay.
The rust, they didn't scrape or nothing. Did the contractor do that?
No.
'Cause
No.
we ought to get him back. They didn't knock the rust off, painted over the rust.
Paint flakes.
One of them looks good and the other one is very tacky.
Okay. I'll have to go out there and take a look at it, but
Take a look at it.
all they did was tell me that they did paint it.
We appreciate you painting it, but I think we can do a better job than if we did it. And if the contractor did it, we was gonna call him back.
Well, Matt, you are volunteering. Get your butt out there and do whatever you want in the park.
The quality of paint, the difference between the front gate and that back gate that just got done is like night and day. The back gate is just like putting lipstick on a pig. They just covered up all the flaking paint and the big rust spots.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to him.
Okay, anybody else on the item number 8? Then we go to item number 9, the new business. Discuss the possible action regarding the feedback of the park's master plan public meeting. Amanda.
Matt.
That would be you, wouldn't it, Amanda?
What?
Will you be telling us what the feedback is that the public told the people at the master plan?
What happened out there at the meet?
A few of us park board members went.
Yeah.
Correct, but isn't that what line item is? Discuss what feedback is? I wasn't able to make it.
Well, I mean,
That's what we're talking about.
the opinions varied. Some people want dog parks. Some people want meditation parks. You had a lot of elderly people request walking trails and exercise equipment. It was just a lot of input, a lot of feedback from the public. One park, we had one child out of all the parks that we went to. Miss Tanya was with us through the whole ordeal. We had one child show to the park, and she filled out her own survey form and drew out plans, 3 pages of how she wants her park to look in her neighborhood.
That's cool.
It was really great. She's very active in the community, her and her family. They go to every city event that we have, and I told that little girl I'd do whatever I could to get her what she wanted in her park. But a lot of different feedback, good feedback. Pretty much the online request was the same thing. There's a lot of requests for dog parks. At least one dog park.
Mhm.
But
What was the park for the little girls park?
West Lawn Park.
Mm.
Did we ever do anything?
West Lawn was the most popular park. They had
Yes,
the
it was.
largest neighborhood participation out of all the
Yes.
parks.
there was quite a few people out there.
Yeah, they also was complaining about those bushes out there along the fence. Did we do anything about that or?
Well,
I
yeah,
emailed Charlene, so I'm pretty sure she talked to the landscapers.
Okay.
Anything else on the recommendation of the parks?
I have some questions. And I did this tour because I wanted to learn about all of the parks that we have in our community. And it was very insightful and very helpful for me because outside of this tour, there is relatively no information about the parks in Lamar, with the exception of Highland Bayou and Mahan Park, and there's very limited information on those as well. But I don't want to get to that while we're talking about the Parks Master Plans, but there was a lot of things that the community brought to us. And my question is there were a lot of things that they talked about was getting families back out into the park and hosting events and so on and so forth. And I know you guys just went through COVID. This board is new for me, so I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions to help me understand what our role is. And so outside of pointing out things that the city needs to fix in our parks, what else does our park board do to get the community involved? I mean, I've heard a couple of you guys talk about different events that we host in our parks and the lack of participation of people, including the Parks Board. But do we host any events for the community or for families, or do we do anything of that nature? And who maybe fund some of our projects? Do we have any set aside for anything that we do with the Parks Board?
Good questions, every one of them. The deal is, here a few years ago, we had the police and fire out Highland Bayou Park. And that's when the high school was winning all the football games. We built a bonfire out there for the public, and the police and the firemen served hot dogs and drinks for it. Something like that the people will participate in. Other than that, we haven't had any because we got the Bio Fest coming up. We had a crawfish bash, and we kind of let them take over our parks. We don't have any people that I know of wanting events. You know, at least I never heard of them coming up to me and saying, "Won't you have this at the park?" And you know, until that, Bo Hunter and I know we ask all the time, and Al Rita, when we see the people in the park, we ask them, "What do you want? What would you like to see happen to our parks?" And we haven't got a feedback like we got on this last trip. And the dog park, we got a few bids, feedback on it. But as far as the people wanting to have parties there, now Martin Martin Luther King Point is one time. We got electricity put in over there because a guy named Willie Alexander, he used to work for the city. He had a singing group, the gospel singers.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out there, put electrical in it so they could hook up their amplifier and everything. Well, that fell through. They went out there and did a couple times, and nobody showed up. So they kind of crunched that down. So we have tried to get people interested in the park. And like I say, these people are coming up with these ideas that may be good. But you don't want to have put a dog park in and you get 2 dogs in it and that's it. As far as the splash pond, we talked about it, having a splash pond. We got complaints, the Parks Board members did, about it being across the highway. The kids couldn't enjoy it normally. So the question is, where would you put a splash park? So that's what's hanging us down. That's why we have these guys checking into these things to see what we can. Some areas don't even have kids in them. They got slides. So maybe they need a basketball net or something. But we've tried.
I'd put a splash pad at Laguna, honestly.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't put multiple splash pads up, but
Well, no, I agree with that. I'm just saying if we had to pick one park, I would pick Laguna.
But isn't that the Queen of Peace Park? Doesn't that
Well,
to Queen of Peace?
But isn't,
they own the land.
Oh, okay.
We maintain it.
but I
It's
think
like, it's like the salt grass. We was trying to get out of business of handling a park. Number one, the liability that any park carries. Number two, the maintenance of the equipment. And number three, the maintenance of the grounds. And that's why in the addition thing, they said that each division have to have a park and maintain it on their
Let me see
own.
that marker.
Well, that fell through when they gave on the salt grass. So I imagine we have a few more parks with these contractors.
Okay.
Hey, Matt,
Yes,
remember, it's been about, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 years now. You remember the event that we did at Highland Bayou? Bo and I got together with a group of people and we put on an event, had the basketball tournament, had softball, a whole lot of different events that were going on for the kids. And we had them sign up for it and all that. And of course, you know, it's like anything else. They did come, and then we were going to try and do it again. And we had it set up and nobody even signed up for it.
Those were affiliated with the Bayou Fest that y'all are running those basketball tournaments.
but still in all, they don't come to BioFest to play the basketball tournament. We had Coach Walker, Bo Hunter, Cleveland Lane. We had people out there refereeing and all that, signing up. And the last one that we tried, we may have had 3 boys sign up. So he's right. We have offered things from the Parks Board to be done out there. We was trying to get the bicycle group to ride their bicycles around to come into the park and have a meeting place. I talked to the kayak people that we want to have a kayak tournament. It goes to Mahan Park up into Highland Bayou and come back and give awards for. I went and talked to the Wind Sky over there at Tech City, them Flyers, and they came and looked at the park and said there ain't enough water surface for them to skydive. So we have tried a number of things, and it
Okay.
don't seem like we got the right one yet.
hey guys, let me just go back one. We're getting off subject. We didn't make a motion for 9A and we're discussing, it looks like 9C. So we're getting off topic here, guys.
Did we skip 9D?
No, we
We need
haven't
to
got the,
Okay, let's
Right.
go back to 9A, because I think we finished talking about that, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
okay, then we go to item B.
Got it.
Discuss
Yeah.
possible action of regarding the marketing, including social media, park history, and website.
yes. I've checked. Like I said, the only Facebook pages we have is for Highland Bayou, and we have for Mahan Park. Those are the only two that I know of that even have Facebook pages. Then on the Lamarck City page for the Parks Board, they just have about 9 parks listed, no pictures, no other information.
Well, I
Who-
know. Go
Who's
ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Tanya.
Who's responsible for marketing the parks, and getting information out about our parks?
Those are all supposed to be community parks to start with.
We gotta kind of go through those. I know the Bayou Fest Park one, that's monitored by Colleen. She's the
It-
city park director.
I think all of it is supposed to be through Colleen. I know a few years ago, when they revamped their social media policy, there was another person in town who is active on another commission, and myself, we went to that because there was a plan, Mike, there was a plan for the Parks Board to have a Facebook page. But I don't know what happened with that. So I know the other commission ended up getting their page going, and it's really active and everything. At least that's how I remember it. That's why I was invited originally, because that was the talks that was explained to me. I might be missing something. I don't think I am, but Colleen is the one that handles all of the PR for the city.
You're right. Colleen is the person to talk to. I have talked with her about, they got this thing they call Shine on the Mark. And I asked her if she thought she could get them to shine on our parks. And I haven't heard. And that would be good. That's where they pick a place and they should shine on Lamarck, and they shoot a video of it, and it gets out. But Colleen would be the one. She does the promotion of the city. Anything else on item B?
Okay, so let me just make sure I'm understanding. These things that we're talking about now that somebody else is responsible for, we need to get in communication with them.
Correct.
Okay,
Right.
okay, and about the park histories?
That would be Colleen too, because if you put park history, say on the city website, that would be Colleen to handle that. She could write up a article for each park, but that, again, that would be Colleen to handle that. And, you know, one thing I thought about at the very end, which I talked about the website, is maybe on the city's website, if you can get in, break it down and go into the park section like you can, is maybe add in there, like kind of like they do at Public Works or anything, a complaint section. If somebody notices something broke or something needs attention, could they make an active link where they can report it for repair?
That is on the website,
Okay.
and you can pick your location. and put your
Where
location.
is it on the website, Amanda?
It's under, how do I find?
They would have to go to Public Works.
No, under, like when you go to
Request
the
checker?
city website, yeah,
Oh,
request
yeah,
checker.
yeah, yeah.
It's on the request checker on the website. I'd have to look at it, but you can go in there and you can put in the address, location, and your formal complaint.
There's, I just did that. That's through, somebody would have to know
That's what I was saying. There is a lot of things that we can't find that are different places on our city's website. And it would be helpful if it was all in our parks area for those people, those community people that came out to our master plan. That would be a perfect place for them to go and put whatever information or report any complaints or concerns that they may have. It might be as simple as putting the request tracker on that page.
So
But
if you go to the
that's
city
something
of
that
Lamar,
I'll Colleen about.
if you go to the website, on the front page where it goes, how do I submit concerns or requests? It's on the front page when you go to the city website.
Venetia, do you know who put this on the agenda?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I put
Okay.
all
I
of these
didn't.
things on the agenda.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because I didn't know
I
if there was
did.
another purpose on it.
What do you mean another purpose?
Like if somebody from the city put it on because they were going to be revamping the social media. Because like I said before, a couple of years ago, I went to the social media instruction class on the policy or the social media policy. And so I thought that's why we were going to be discussing it. I didn't know you put it on.
All
That's
of
why I was
these
asking.
things was a result of me attending the Parks Master Plan and doing my own research, because these were things that the communities were addressing. And so I didn't see any of this on out there for the community at all, not even for myself. If I was new to Lamarque, I wouldn't know about only 2 parks here.
And the reason you know about them is that's where all the events is happening.
Yeah, that's the focus.
Yes, but Colleen is the one.
Okay.
Now, years ago, I had copied all the parks. It gives you how many acres and what they have on them. I'm going to give each member again a copy of all that. And that will give you some background, how many acres are we using and how many acres we're not using of each park. So I'm going to look that up and I'll make sure that all parks want to get one.
Is that the same information that's on the website for the parks, Mac?
I guess we could.
No, I was asking if it was the same information.
I don't know. I haven't been to the website, so I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
What it does is it lists every park, and it gives you how many acres and what they have there. So if that's on website, then, you know, they already advertise it. But thank you, Tanya, for the question.
You're welcome. Okay, so we would have to speak with Colleen about B.
Yes.
Okay. And I think we kind of sort of addressed C.
Yes.
Okay. There were, I'm trying to remember which park we were at. There was a couple of ladies that it was the lady that was at Mahan Park, the one that initially didn't want the softball field. Do you remember the one I'm talking about, Amanda?
Oh, I remember all too well.
Well, she was talking about sometimes her and a couple of her other neighbors feel the need to come to the park and clean up some areas and this, that, and the other. And I know a lot, well, I know that there's 1 or 2 other boards or commissions in our area that have cleanup events. Does the park board host a cleanup event and give the community an opportunity to come and, because we have the ears of the community right now. And so I was just wondering if, you know, if there was something that we needed to do that maybe the city couldn't do that we can get some volunteers or some community members to come out and help us do something with the park.
We've had that at Highland Bio Park. We got a group of volunteers, fix hot dogs, and they came out and painted the benches underneath the pavilion. The other one was, we asked people to support, and the biggest support we got is from the Lions Club. They did a fantastic job. The Kiwanis, I talked to Colleen the other day, they keep saying they're going to do something, but they haven't done anything. I said the project on Bio Park,
Right.
we requested a fence to be put up around it. And she said she's still working on that through the national Kiwanis. But the Lions Club was the only group that we got. Now, one time we did have a Boy Scout group that went out and cleaned up. But other than that, it's hard to get the people out.
Hey, Mac, we also, if you remember, the West Lawn Park, we had a group of ladies, I think it might have been a sorority that was gonna come out and clean up the park, put out trees and all that. And all that,
Yeah.
that went down to,
Yeah. She
I
was
don't
trying
know,
to,
it didn't materialize.
Yes, she was going to come out and take care of that park.
Right.
She used the word adopt the park,
Right.
and they would take care of it. And I didn't see them one time. So, you know, people want things and promise things,
But they don't actually.
get them to do it. That's a different thing. This park board ain't been sitting on its behind. We have tried and tried hard to get events out there. And the events we got, we like to make, and I told you, Tanya,
Yeah.
that the reason they had and Highland is so popular, we got the trail ride, the oldest trail ride at the Fat Stock Show that comes here and spend the night in Lamarque. And they come, you can go out there and see them, how they camp out, and then they come through the heart of the city and give us a parade as they march in through Houston. That we trying to bring, so people will say, hey, the trail ride came through there, the crawfish bash, things we trying to do. And that's why you know them two parks more. We used to have a girls softball league at Mahan Park.
Mhm.
It was a big one. Right now, Belle and I were talking to some people to try to get the softball league back. Because we try to rent it out to regular little leaguers. And I know one man put $17,000 in lighting out there. And he just couldn't make it. He did the grass cutting and all that. Now it's the city's fault. But we have tried and tried to get people to participate, and we're just hard to get the people out. Now, people like you, Tanya, and Tamara, y'all will volunteer and go out and do the work, and we appreciate that. But everybody, we don't have that many Tanyas, we don't have that many Tamaras. So I hope I answered some of your questions.
You did. You answered every last one of my questions. That was just something that I didn't know and wanted to know what you guys had done in the past, if you had done it at all. So you answered all of my questions.
Oh, we tried dearly. Matter of fact, we had the Lions Club from Texas City when they closed the dike down. They completed with the Parks Board if they could have that fishing tournament over here. So they used to come over here, the Lions Club in Texas City, and use Highland Bio Park as a fishing tournament. So there's a number of things we have tried, and we just can't, we're not hit the right people yet, but like on the kayak race, I'm not giving up on that. Now, we had one guy want to put a concession stand out there, sell bait and rent paddle boats. Our attorney at that time, Artigo, said the liability would be so great to rent the paddle boats. So that went out.
Yeah.
We're going to have a rifle range in the very back of the park. Liability, that went out. we was gonna have a mud bike trail in the very back where everybody gets stuck. We was gonna put it back there. He said, anything that the city put in a park is liable for. And that's why a lot of this didn't get done. It's because the liability is so great. The skateboard, we had 50 people come to a Parks Board meeting one night, wanted the skateboard park, like they have in Galveston. We couldn't give it to them because of the liability. The school went ahead and let them use their basketball court over there, and then they found out they was building ramps, and if one of them kids would got hurt on that ramp, the school is responsible. So we tried some good ideas, and we failed on a lot. I don't mean we give it up. I don't mean it at all.
Okay, so my last question is now that the city is opening up again, all of the parks are officially open with the exception of Mahan?
All the parks are open.
Well, there's nothing they can do at Mahan Park. Don't y'all have the fields and stuff closed off?
No,
The fields, yes. They can play on the football field, but the baseball fields are, TML won't allow nobody to play on the fields until we revamp them. That's our insurance
The
company.
baseball fields.
Yes, that's our insurance company.
Okay, so they can use the football and basketball courts and have access to the waterways and all that other stuff. But
Yes,
not
ma'am.
that softball, okay.
A lot of people use it for fishing and launching their boats at Mahan. We don't have we got a fishing pier in Highland Bayou, but we don't have a boat ramp. So they use Mahan Park, and you go out there someday and you see people fishing all the way down Highland Bayou.
Yeah.
So it is open to the public, and they do use it.
Okay, that was
Any
all
other
my questions.
questions on item B?
I'm gonna buy a kayak.
It's good exercise, I heard, if you don't go against the wind. Okay,
yes.
we go to item C. Discuss a possible action regarding the Parks Board event.
We just did that one already. Y'all talked about the events y'all used to have and what did and didn't work.
We jumped ahead on that one. So we go to item D. Possible action regarding the community
Board.
board.
And you talked about the volunteers and the groups that used to come out and, okay. So we're on E right now.
Item E, I want to discuss. Amanda, the city hall is open. The code enforcement is open. The inspection department is open. The EDC is open. The fire is open.
Mac, you're breaking up.
The fire is open. Everybody's open in City Hall except the boards. Why are we being held out?
They met yesterday. Venetia and I chose to meet by Zoom this month.
No, Robin told me.
And well, Robin had a little something to say about it, but
If
I've been sick. I've been sick. We just lost one of our employees to COVID. So no, we did not meet in person this month, but we can probably meet next month in person. But that was mostly my call.
Well, thank you, Amanda. It takes a hell of a person to admit it. Okay, that was my question, especially on this here, is everybody else was meeting and I was getting jealous. So I think we should meet too, the Parks Board. And that way we can be face to face. The real reason is I don't have to mess with the iPod.
Yeah.
We knew that was the real reason.
I figured you did. Okay.
We
Item
saw right
E.
through you, Matt.
Yes. Yes.
No,
Item
we just
E.
we keep passing our journals back and forth over here. So I didn't feel the need to sit in a room with all of y'all. Not to be rude, but some of y'all are elderly in the nicest way possible. So I'm not trying to get anybody sick, but like I said, we've all been coughing, sneezing. That's the reason why we did not meet in person this month.
Okay.
I've been
talking
coughing this
about
whole
old
damn meeting. I'm about to die over here.
You talking about the old people. I'm one of the oldest on the Parks Board.
And I'm trying to keep your ass
I'm,
alive.
I'm right up there.
I'm
That's why I said
83
I'm trying-
years old, and I want to have meetings with the people that I can look in their face and get that feel. That's all I want, Amanda.
That's what I said, Mac. I'm trying to keep your ass alive. We'll meet next month when I feel better.
Okay. I appreciate your concern for me and the other old folks, but if we can get a meeting next month, that'd be great.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay.
I have to admit, I woke up yesterday at 7:20 thinking I had missed a meeting and my life was over.
Oh, we would not let you miss the meeting, Miss Tanya.
I was like, oh my God, I was searching for calendars and everything.
Oh no, booby, we got you on speed dial. I got you on speed dial.
Not speed dial, man.
Yes, ma'am. You number one.
Hey, Rock, what's the next date?
And I can't look it up this time because I
The
checked
15th,
15.
the 15th.
5/15. That sounds good.
5 weeks.
Everybody should be okay with that, the 15th? Okay, next meeting, Park Board meeting will only be 15th, and Amanda gonna make it happen.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Can't
Let's get the
wait.
we start with Tamara. Your request.
She on mute.
She's on mute?
Yep.
Okay, then we won't get anything from
Oh, there's
her.
no Tamara.
Sorry,
Oh.
I ended up having to switch over to my phone because my laptop crashed for some reason. Go away! I'm almost done.
We need your comment.
I look forward to to seeing everybody's beautiful faces next month in person. I might bring my children, so be warned.
Thank you. Anything else? How about you, Miss Tanya?
No, I just excited to be on the board. I enjoyed the Parks Master Plan tour. And I'm just happy to see everybody's doing well. And then I'm praying for Mr. Bo.
Yes. Bo Hunter was very sick. He's still taking treatment. He said, don't give up on him, and he needs y'all's prayer.
Maybe we need to send him a get well card.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll appoint Coach Walker for that. He sees him a lot.
Yes, sir.
Do we have a volunteer, Coach Walker?
You already volunteered me.
You did?
Yeah, it's good. It'll get done.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Let's take your comments while you're on it.
Oh, I have to apologize for the tour. My thoughts were with the tour, but I got a little grandson that kind of took the place of the tour. So I apologize, but I'm sorry, but he's gonna come first. So
Y'all just missed the heat and mosquitoes.
I really would say I would rather have been walking on the tour than my back
With
going
him.
out with him.
Ooh, it was hot, I'll tell you.
But
Yeah,
other
that
than that, hey, all is well. Glad everybody's doing well. Looking forward to next month, and we'll be able to lay eyes on each other.
Thank you, Coach Walker. How about y'all, Rita?
Well, everything looks fine to me. I'm sure gonna enjoy getting back where I can see real people.
Good, good. How about you, Mr. Franklin?
I'm good. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to see everybody's doing well. Still praying for Bo, and can't wait to see y'all pretty faces.
How about you, Rock?
It's all good. I'm like I say, just like you, I'm glad we'll finally get to start having in-person meetings, and I guess our next big event's BioFest. So look forward to starting to take care of business for the BioFest.
Anything else? And I'll give my comment. Bo Hunter needs your prayer. He's doing fine. I went over there the other day and seen him, and he's doing great. And
Good.
he will be back, he said, and I believe him. So until that time, I recommend that we give him excuse absent. In the start off the meeting, y'all started with the article of the new laws on the commission and the boards, but there's no place in there for excused or unexcused absence. And I'm going to address that at the next meeting. The way it was set up,
I thought it was, Mac.
I didn't see it.
I thought they had,
I thought I saw something mention it.
I think
Had
it
something
is
in there?
something in here about,
Well, I didn't know.
They said something about having 4 absences or something like
Yeah,
that.
so after this, then they'll remove you from the
yeah,
board.
it's F on page 3,
Okay.
absences. 4 absences within a 12-month period shall cause removal of the member as a regular member, and the member shall become an alternate. Further, the first alternate on the committee shall automatically replace the committee member removed for absence.
That's
Correct.
what I'm saying. It said number 4 absentees.
They
Yeah.
don't-
It doesn't say
Within a
anything
12 month.
I thought that was
Excused.
unexcused absences.
I think they
They-
changed it this last time.
Not clear on
Well,
this. That's what
I
Max
got
gets.
one new one, and it doesn't have it say 4 absent, you automatically off the board. And that's what I'm saying, like Bo Hunter, I was for a while.
Right.
We excuse absent, so does that 4 represent if you're in the hospital or you sick?
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna talk to a few of them and see if we can't get that and put in that.
Well,
ordinance.
isn't Joe our district representative?
Supposed to be.
No, Michael.
Oh, when he got a sign, it's true. When he got a sign, he came to one meeting and he hadn't been to meetings.
Well, I've been waiting till after the election. And
He was
Juneteenth,
on one of our meetings.
and they gotta have a full crew to vote. And when they vote, then we'll be able to talk to them about these things. Cause I was reading through it tonight and I couldn't find it. And I
Well,
know
it's
we
there. I'm
have,
sure if you email him, he'll have a response for you.
but other than that, remember, June, the election is Juneteenth. They also having fellowship on in Marque on Juneteenth. That's strange that you have election on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Anyway,
Yeah. That's
go out
okay.
and support them. And if there's no more discussion, I declare this meeting closed with a motion.
I second that, Mac.
Okay, y'all have a good evening. And a
Night,
very-
everybody.
Bye,
Good night.
everybody.
Feel better.
Good night.